You guys, thanks for coming on the community council.
Thank you for inviting us.
And I tell you what, the reason why I say this is interesting as to how we found you is because it was on Facebook, which is crazy because, you know, when you're on Facebook and you open up your inbox and you're checking your comments, there is tons of events. There's tons of things going on. There's tons of people trying to do stuff. And actually very seldomly do I find a true nonprofit that's out there doing hard work on Facebook. So congratulations for getting, I mean, because that's free promotion. I have like 4 million listeners. I found you based off your Facebook, man. That's good stuff. Awesome. Want to welcome you in, Matt. I guess you said you'll facilitate the questions. Are you in charge of Causes from the Heart?
Yeah, actually, Causes from the Heart, I founded this year with a group of friends here, and I guess the way to describe it is we're a nonprofit charity event planning organization, and we're dedicated to holding fun social fundraising events benefiting, you know, various worthy causes.
Sure.
So essentially, what we are, we're a nonprofit for nonprofits, right? So while we don't particularly do any one service for the community, we find other nonprofits that are doing a great job in the community, research them thoroughly, and then do an entire fundraising event around that so that we can fuse kind of the social nightlife with philanthropy, and pretty much make it fun for people to go out and basically be philanthropic in one night.
So you're gonna help some people who may have a really good idea with a nonprofit and maybe not necessarily the funds to kind of back what they're trying to do, and with a deep network, you throw them a party and help them raise some money, basically.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And it's, you know, I'm glad that you brought up the whole Facebook thing, because that's actually one of the platforms that I've been using, because, you know, I've been reading a book actually which I brought with me here. It's called Guerrilla Marketing for Nonprofits, and basically guerrilla marketing is finding a way to market yourself when you don't have a lot of funds, right? You know, to do so. And right now with the whole Facebook thing and just social media in general, it's so important to use that. And I think especially even if you have a big budget for a nonprofit, you have to be a good steward of the money that's coming in. So you have to, I think, use all of your free tools that you can to in order to do that. So that's what we're doing with Facebook, is really trying to learn the ins and outs of it and getting our message out.
It really pays off. Talk about maybe the last event that you guys did, Matt, and maybe the organization that you helped and how it went.
Yeah, the last event we did was in September on the 25th, and we called it Break the Cycle. And what we did is we benefited the Child Abuse Prevention Center that was based in Orange County. They do some great services for at-risk children and families, and we researched them. One of the things that we do is look at their expense ratios, see how much, you know, of the money that's coming into the organization is actually going directly to the services. It's so important to look at that when you're looking at nonprofits. And and they had a 92%. Plus, we went and interviewed the executive director, saw the facilities, just loved it, you know, build a great relationship with them. So we had an event in September that had about 320 people that showed up, and we were able to raise some good money for them and kind of...
So talk specifically, 320 people show up at what, $10 a head or something like that? I mean, is it like $50 a plate? I mean, how do you actually do that?
No, actually this particular event, what we did was, it was mostly kind of like a big party, you know? So we had entertainment, we had some salsa dancers come in and do a show, we had some band performances, and we charged only $10 a head. We wanted to make it really accessible, especially, you know, we're just starting off. We want to get kind of just focus on the good impression first.
Yeah, of course.
So I think people were really impressed by it. So that's why now we're having this other event, which was originally planned to be a smaller event in between, you know, their September one and our March one, which I'll talk about, which is going to be a scholarships one.
Gotcha.
And so we just wanted to we figured, okay, it's the holidays. How are we not going to do something?
Right.
So we wanted to have a Cause from the Heart, and we actually had an organization reach out to us that wanted, they were a foster agency. So they have foster kids, and they have 150 kids. So they were like, hey, we saw what you did for child abuse prevention. Any way you could do it with us? And we're kind of starting to see that more often.
Oh, great. So people are reaching out to you guys.
Nonprofits are like, hey, help us out. So we think that's good. At the same time, we're kind of now have to be a little more, I guess, specific on how we filter and, you know, make sure. But it's great that we're getting that. So now we're going to do an event on the 4th of December, which is the holiday toy drive for foster kids. And that should be a lot of fun. It'll be in San Gabriel.
I guess Eric, you're next, man. Let me find out what you have to do with Causes from the Heart, man. Step to Mike there. What do you have to do with this great organization?
Matt gave me a call with this was the infancy part of this, and you know, just trying to help him out, help facilitate. I've been doing events, event planning, things of that nature. Marketing, that's kind of my forte.
Gotcha.
And be able to, I really like the cause. I really like the model behind it, and is able to work really lean with it and just help put all of this together with the venues, with, you know, the logistics of everything behind it.
Yeah, you have experience doing that, so you kind of bring that out. Gotcha. Well, very cool. I guess at this point, the next question is, how do people, reach out to you? What do you have them do? Just go to your website, give you a call, and what's your turnaround? Like if someone called and said, yo, we're trying to throw this holiday event December. We literally have 9 people that have signed up on our website. We're starting to freak out. I think we need to go to someone that knows how to do this stuff. What's your turnaround? Could you turn something around like that?
I think for now, well, we haven't really focused on kind of troubleshooting for events like this for nonprofits yet. I think once
I just figured you'd be a great like break the glass in case of emergency kind of organization to call.
Yeah,
try to plan an event.
That's probably what we could do. Yeah, no, definitely.
We're working on getting there. It's just kind of working those things.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I was going to say that's where you want to be.
For now, I guess I think we need a total of about, and of course, the more we perfect it, the less time we need really to plan things. We just kind of create a whole formatted system on how to do this.
Right.
Which is actually, I want to talk about this in a little bit about our kind of revision and what we're trying to go with this. But for now, it'd probably be I think 3 months to research the organization, and then get a chance to organize it and then promote it.
Gotcha. To make it worthwhile, we're going to put effort into it and benefit the organization. We want to do it to where it benefits them truly.
It's just like a prize fight, man. If you're going to only work out 3 weeks before the fight, you're going to do all right. But if you work out 6 months before the fight, it's like
that's right.
It's a different ballgame. You guys need time for resources. I get that.
Our vision here really is to, especially with the younger generations, people like myself. I'm a college student.
Mm-hmm.
Many of us here are either in college or have graduated already, and they're just kind of helping us out with their expertise. But our thing here is we're really trying to incorporate philanthropy. We're fusing philanthropy and the social nightlife is kind of what we're trying to do. And one of the things I was talking to some of the guys here outside the room here is, you see so many people that maybe have gone into business, have been very successful. Now they're 50, 60 years old or whatever, and they made it, and then they look back and they go, wow, it wasn't all about just the money. I want to really get involved with something philanthropic, maybe Bill Gates style, or maybe a smaller version of that.
Of course.
But I asked myself, well, why do you have to wait till you're 56 years old? Why not start that process when you're younger, maybe even as a college student, and then throughout your entire life you're giving back and you have that mindset. And so maybe for people who wouldn't have donated until later in their life, they can do it earlier. And maybe for people who aren't really on a path towards success, maybe they find that inspiration in giving, that they figure out, I got to make it myself, because otherwise how am I really going to do it? I got to save myself before I can save the world, right? And so maybe that gives some kind of passion to people. I think a lot of people work, every day and they don't really have a passion, and they just kind of humdrum.
Oh, yeah, man, we love going through the motions, don't we? As human beings? Oh, my gosh, yes.
So I think that this is a big impact that I think we're able to have. And so one of the things we were talking about here in our vision casting that we actually just had a meeting yesterday is first of all, figuring this thing out ourselves, creating a formatted system, and then creating chapters in universities all across the United States.
Right.
That can basically be like satellites of our bigger name Causes from the Heart organization.
Sure.
And then that way we're able to really empower young people who are in college when they're most open-minded and they're most especially with networks. College students, everybody knows everybody. They love to go out and party anyways. So now let's filter it in a way that they really can make a good impact in the community.
And think about, especially the younger people, when it comes to social networking stuff like that, nobody has more Facebook friends and Twitter followers than the younger demographic in this country. That's how this works. So you're really kind of starting with a homegrown audience of great things if you'd like to promote them. Causes from the Heart. We love this organization. Let's talk to Lorena, our third person on the mic. Well, our third of 25 in the room, but the third one on the mic. Hi, Lorena. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
And what is your affiliation with Causes from the Heart?
Well, I found Matt on Facebook and Facebook, of course, right?
I need to do a whole entire show on how incredibly important social networking is. But go ahead.
Will you have enough time for that?
Yeah, truly. I try to say it to some people, they look at me like, you spend too much time on your cell phone, dude, calm down. But I'm like, no, I'm telling you, this is like the difference in the game, and it will be for the future. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, I found them on Facebook, and I looked into the organization, and it's something that definitely appealed to me. And I am 28, and I started thinking, how come I didn't get involved sooner?
Got you. So, do you have what do you do for a living?
Currently, I'm an independent consultant for a touring company, but I have the events and sales background.
Gotcha.
For almost 10 years.
You've spent a good amount of time doing your thing and figuring it out and forgetting about this part of life, right?
Exactly.
Like a ton of people my age I know have. So from there, you kind of, what appealed to you? To me, what appeals is the being not specific to a certain organization. The fact that you guys can really kind of work with a ton of different ones.
Absolutely, especially that, because later in life I really want to work with a nonprofit organization. I think it helps me
sleep better at night. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and give all the website addresses, the numbers. How do we contact you? Even if I'm an organization listening right now that's driving down going, crap, I need them really bad.
Definitely, yeah. And also, if you just want to attend one of these events, of course,
sure.
Our website is causesfromtheheart.net, causesfromtheheart.net, so you can visit us there. But in the spirit of this whole conversation here, I think the social media venue would probably be the best, which should be Facebook. So you can either search us on Facebook, just search Causes from the Heart, and you'll find either our fan page, or you might find me. If you want to go, I like to kind of talk to people directly on Facebook and have conversations with them and really share with them the message.
Sure.
And so you could find me on facebook.com/Matt Mora, MATTMORA, and then we can connect personally there. So those are pretty much the main ways for now.
Well, good luck. What's the next event you said coming up? I think you said you had a March one, but then you have something coming up before that.
Yes.
Right?
Okay. So the next one is on December. It's on the 4th. It's a Saturday, and that one is going to be at 250 West Valley Boulevard in San Gabriel. It'll start at 8 p.m. and go till 2 a.m. And the admission is just to bring a toy valued at least $10. And if there's no way you can bring a toy, then it'll be $10 at the door to pretty much make up for that. And so we're gonna have some performances. We're gonna have some raffles. It's gonna be a huge event. We're trying to have anywhere between 250 to 350 people there. So definitely, if you're interested in that, either contact us on Facebook so we can give you the flyer and event invitation. But it's definitely gonna be a fun night.
Causes from the Heart is the organization, you guys. So we're going to stick all the information up on our website. Whatever radio station you're listening to the Community Council on right now, go to that station's website. In the keyword section, you'll type in council. That'll get you to our page, and you can find everything you need to know about Causes from the Heart. Matt, Eric, Lorena, anything else? I mean, the floor is ours. We can talk as long as we want on this show. Did we cover it all? Are we good?
What do you guys think? I'm really grateful that this happened this way, and I'm glad that all of my networking on Facebook
doesn't
and all
feel
those
like it's paying off a little bit?
And finally, I don't get a lot of sleep lately. I'm always on there, but I'm always on there trying to talk to people about this thing and spread the word, and we realize that a lot of people just do a little bit, And I think the unique thing what I really love about our organization is that we're not asking people to do anything that they aren't already doing. Most of the people within our age range are already maybe going out to a bar, or to a club, or just to some social event. So now just go to something that the proceeds are going to go for a good cause.
Right.
So we're not asking people to do anything too different, but at the same time we're having a huge impact in our community and getting people involved that maybe otherwise wouldn't be either donating or volunteering for anything. I mean, you figure if you go to an event, maybe you have a $10 admission, maybe you buy 2-3 drinks, you spend maybe $40-50. Maybe that person wouldn't have donated $50 to some nonprofit over the internet or something like that. So
totally.
we facilitated that
process. But they still would have wasted their money at the Ivy on a Friday night.
Exactly. Right. So now they don't have to feel too bad if they have a headache the next day.
Exactly. It's worth it, man.
For good cause. Drink
Exactly. You wake up the next morning a little bit late for work, but it's all good because it was for the kids the night before. I like that. All right, you guys. It's Causes from the Heart. Go ahead. You want to say one more thing, Matt?
Yeah, actually, for the people that maybe can't make this particular event, first, for sure, add me on Facebook or add our organization on Facebook. But also, we have a link to where they can actually donate if they can't make it to the event, if they would like to do so. And that's through our link is toysforkids2010.eventbrite.com. And Bright is spelled BRITE. So Toys for Kids 2010 at eventbrite.com.
Matt, thank you so much, dude. I love the passion. That's what this show is specifically all about. I don't get $1 for this show. I do it because I don't necessarily have the time, and because I am a father with lots of fatherly expenses. I don't have a ton of cash every month to toss towards an organization, but I lend my time to do these interviews for people like you, man, that are passionate. They're really trying to change the world and do some good stuff. So good luck with everything. Keep my phone number so you can at least call through with your next calendar reminder. That's the thing. Now that you've been on, you're in the club. If you've got an event in January, give me a call a couple weeks ahead of time. We'll get you on there real fast for a 5-minute interview. Got one in July, we'll do the same thing. Call us all throughout the year. That's what this show is for, is to help people in Los Angeles really continue to change the world and do great things for great people who really need it. Causes from the Heart. I want to thank Matt, Eric, and Lorena for stopping by the Community Council. We'll get all their information up on the website. You know how to hit it. You guys, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.